Former U.S. President Donald Trump has ignited controversy with his recent statements about the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Trump, who has maintained close ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin, suggested that a path to peace might involve dividing Ukrainian assets. This proposal, which reportedly includes discussions about land and strategically important power plants, has sparked outrage and concern among many international observers. Trump's comments came amidst a flurry of diplomatic activity surrounding the war in Ukraine. With no end to the fighting in sight, some have looked to the former U.S. president, who has long touted his deal-making abilities, as a potential mediator. However, many are skeptical of Trump's motives and question whether his involvement would actually serve the cause of peace. Critics argue that Trump's suggestion of dividing Ukrainian assets rewards Russia's aggression and sets a dangerous precedent for future conflicts. They fear that such a move would embolden other authoritarian regimes to pursue their territorial ambitions through military force. Moreover, they argue that it would undermine the principles of national sovereignty and territorial integrity that are fundamental to the international order. Despite the widespread criticism, Trump has defended his proposal, arguing that it represents a pragmatic approach to a complex problem. He has suggested that both Russia and Ukraine might be open to the idea of dividing assets as a way to end the bloodshed. However, it remains unclear whether either side would actually agree to such a deal, and many observers believe that Trump's proposal is unrealistic and potentially harmful. The international community has largely reacted with alarm to Trump's proposal. European leaders in particular have voiced their strong opposition to any deal that would involve ceding Ukrainian territory to Russia. They argue that such a move would violate Ukraine's sovereignty and reward Russia's aggression. French President Emmanuel Macron, who has been deeply involved in diplomatic efforts to end the war, has reiterated his support for Ukraine's territorial integrity. He has warned that any attempt to divide Ukraine would have serious consequences for European security. Similarly, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has emphasized the need for a negotiated solution that respects Ukraine's borders. The European Union, which has imposed a series of sanctions on Russia in response to the invasion, has also condemned Trump's proposal. EU officials have stressed that any peace agreement must be acceptable to Ukraine and cannot involve forcing concessions on Kiev. They have also emphasized the importance of upholding international law and the principle of territorial integrity. Beyond Europe, other world leaders have also expressed concern about Trump's comments. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has reaffirmed his country's unwavering support for Ukraine and called for Russia to be held accountable for its actions. Meanwhile, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has warned that Russia's invasion of Ukraine has implications for global security and could embolden other authoritarian regimes. Trump's suggestion of dividing Ukrainian assets raises the specter of a partitioned Ukraine, a prospect that fills many Ukrainians with dread. The country has already experienced the trauma of annexation, with Russia's seizure of Crimea in 2014. A further division of the country would be deeply unpopular among Ukrainians, who have shown remarkable resilience and determination in the face of Russian aggression. The idea